From day one, when we are being trained, they say you got to trust your dog with everything you do. Whether it's a drug search or a person search or it's a barricaded person, whatever it is, you need to trust your dog because they know more than you.
Canines can be utilized in a bunch of different ways. So all of our canines in Guelph are trained to detect human odor as well as firearms and narcotics.
The most satisfying, I would say, is the missing people, especially loved ones, whether it's dementia, Alzheimer's that walk away. You find there's a certain satisfaction that I get from that. Most recently, with my new dog, I found a 12-year-old girl that was missing in the woods, and that was just a couple months ago. Where she was, I didn't expect anybody to be, but as Andrew spoke, you trust the dog, and I went with him, and we found this 12-year-old. And I got a beautiful letter from her grandparents and her family that was very nice.
There was one particular boy, he has some problems, and I remember he went home to his mom, and his mom actually phoned me the next day and said, "I'm sorry, I've been a bad boy. I want to grow up and be a good boy and be a policeman and have a police dog like Charger." And that was just like I'll never forget that phone call.
It's a pretty special bond. We spend more time with these dogs than we do with our families. The bond that you probably have or other people have with their pet, and they leave them at home for 8, 10, 12 hours a day to go to work, and they do develop a very strong bond. We don't leave them. It is a pretty special bond. That dog knows how you're feeling. If you're a little bit down that day, they know. They pick up on it. The nice thing is they're always ready to go. It doesn't matter how cold it is, if it's raining, if it's freezing, if it's snow. To them, let's just go to work, Dad. Let's go to work. And they want to please you. We do as much positive reinforcement as that we can. Positive reinforcement seems to be very rewarding for the dog, and that's what they want. You get more response and way more gratitude from the dog and a better performance through positive reinforcement.
Throughout my career, I've always seen overwhelming support for the canine team. It really speaks to the way our community supports these officers and what they do, recognizing their level of commitment that they have to bring to work every single day and working with their canine partner to get them to that level that's expected.
We are in Guelph. I might be biased. Dr. Shannon Gowan, I'm biased because she took care of my first police dog. I've seen her deal with many other police dogs, but she was there when I unfortunately had to put him down. We also have partnerships with the OVC. Excellent facilities. Again, I'm biased, but I've seen great work firsthand. Nutrition-wise, we've always fed our dogs Royal Canin. Royal Canin's a huge community partner for us.
But we have new hybrid cruisers, which are great for the environment and for idling time, because in the summer and hot days of the summer, they're on the entire day when the dog's in there. They're temperature controlled, so you can set a range for a minimum and maximum temperature, and it's got sensors all through the car that if you get to that warning range, then it'll send me a text or give me a phone call if I'm getting close or approaching. The back of our cruisers have a full cage kennel that the dogs stay in. There's an emergency door on the front to the front of the cruiser in the event that we had to evacuate the dog that way or the doors were broken. We have the ability to pop our door open with the touch of a button in the event we require the dog immediately.
I am very proud of what our canine team accomplishes daily. To find missing people, especially those that are elderly or young, and it's directly attributed to the efforts of our canine team. Very, very proud of both of the officers and the past officers, because they all have experienced those occurrences where having that canine partner has been critical to a successful outcome.